Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Peer Chat right here on Times Television. Remember, Peer Chat is here for peer pressure, but the good kind, definitely. And we're here to challenge young people's points of view by sharing our own. And as always, you're with me today, Elita Soko, and my colleague,
Gary Samati.
So, today we talk about something that each and every one of us is using on a daily basis these days: technology. It comes in different forms, whether for communication, household chores, cooking, or work. Basically, the computers, pretty much everything that we're using these days is a product of technology, technological advancements. So we are now trying to explore whether this technology is benefiting young people or harming them. So we're basically today discussing the impact of technology on the lives of young people. Now, joining us today to discuss this very important topic are two very esteemed guests indeed. We have Loveness Luga. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Elisa.
And on my right is a Tribal Mundhari. Welcome.
Thanks, Mima.
So, dingo figure straight into the program. Technology. I think in the course of the discussion, kids will say position yaga what is ukhala moja. Komatunga nano maybe titambasule buno a couple of issues a couple of areas where we use technology. I think and it's maybe helped us ease Zintuzina and Zina. So let's start with you, Tribal. Which technological advancement for you is most beneficial to you?
As for me, I think most one is computer.
Computer?
Yeah.
I'll agree. Yeah, but go on.
Yeah, computer, then second Dubai, mobile phones. That is smartphones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
Gary?
My first one has to be a phone.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons.
Loveness.
A phone.
Whoa.
Right?
Me? Phone.
That's a surprise. I thought you could say a laptop or something.
I will break it down. Phone, first of all, communication.
Yeah.
You know, when they want to get utenga to somebody else or something like that. Magalata bas. And all that's even ground line. It was to my telegraph also. Let's not just say a whole letter and all that. So yeah, a phone, one billion. So should we dive right in?
Yeah, let's dive right in. I feel like technology, like there's a lot of negative talk about technology, but I feel like technology, like most things,
yes,
it has its benefits and its bad sides.
Okay.
And personally, I feel like the benefits are because as you've put it, let's just say communication, bioca, which I feel like is probably one of the most important aspects of life.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you need somebody to talk to. You need to communicate. So back then, you had to travel all the way.
Yes.
At least she should get you something, you know, like
you know,
things like that. Yeah. Komano, these days, you just have to call, or even like just the greeting on its own, you know, like just to hear that they're around. Yeah. So technology, I feel like it has a lot of good sides of it. I'll dive into most of them as we go on, but I feel like technology is winning it.
I love this. Technology, you did
Yeah, you did
okay.
Technology. Relationships nowadays are going south because of technology.
Okay, Dambasurani.
My screenshot, because of technology.
Okay.
I see your boyfriend in town with the lady, and I sent you. Basit, muli didn't die kumene. But if you didn't have the phone to capture what you were doing, oh, akamuza ndio wakuchira mina ndipo ndama yakulu. You would understand. Komana kabezonde katsika nakena kakabo. She couldn't. I thought, it was something else. You understand? Then one of the technology, you could sagazabi.
Mato tisibwezi tomweto tukumambia ba technology.
Of course. And so whoever was the technology was because you're dating someone anyway, you choose your kanga Beyonce and she's looking all awesome. Because of technology. So background online business. Orders into Zofana and you're finding you're commenting Zofana and you find out you have started dating someone. I'm not going to you find out to Jamuna is a fact and I've had cases. That's
Catfish.
Yeah.
Is it just catfish? And goes to the know this is your transport. Also, this one it's because of technology. Man, according to Jama Muzori, Kale Mujoru, Amaka, Muzwa, Timuna Makula, Jamata, Wuzoru, Amandela, and Amazon over Dunda, Sanga Bangadushibom. Commanders to Mango Bangado carried away, but with the love messages that are sending us, Basungo no Rai, Dabeza, and Jone, Nagoda Baba, they are serious. You know?
Yeah. Something got a Beyonce. Charles, what's your position?
Okay. I will talk much about beneficiaries.
Okay.
Technology enforcement, Vangisabuti, Zambia to carry accessible.
Okay.
For example, because of technology, you can, in a medical treatment, you can treat many patients within a short period of time because of technology.
Yeah.
So technology, even as Nyamata, the Karazoti Zambia is studied food at school in terms of information in your school. Yeah, to mark out to narrow access rather than in Buyomu. My parents said, I'm putting at information at what and the school. Yeah.
You make very good points. You know, I'll be on the fence. I'm going to join Loveness and start to point out the negatives.
So it's the boys against the girls.
I'm looking at Nkhani Wagamba School. You raise a very good point. Things are easier. You'll find books on the internet. You're able to, solve very difficult mathematical problems using your calculator. You could even Google it and you find an answer.
Just copy and paste it.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm driving at. We've become
lazy.
Yes. Lazy. That's the word. Because I know I will be able to use my calculator and ask it what 12 times 9 is and I'll get the answer.
Yes.
I will not bother. I should try to make sense of what 12 times 9 is. I know what about the calculator Indian answer. Assignment thank heavens this of all Amadi pleasure is in check. Otherwise, and I don't even know what pleasure is in check. You won't say. We don't have an original thought anymore. Everything that we know is found somewhere. We've taken it from somewhere, And to be fair, we're not creative.
Even to memorize phone numbers, that's Baliapo. You don't.
The only phone numbers that I know now are phone numbers that I memorized over 10 years ago.
Yes.
Any number that came after 10 years ago.
You can't put them at 10
years. Number.
Personally, I feel like technology payoka siolapa.
Yeah.
I feel like the fair and the femininity might be something technology, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like it has this, you need to be responsible as well when using technology because, for example, you have talked about Nkhani as a basic and I'm not going to focus on the other guy.
Way.
Yes, you were talking about let's say when somebody is communicating with someone, things like that. So, power customer, you need to be responsible, guy. You don't know this person and you haven't met this person. Why can't you suggest you should meet the person, let's say in public? You have a conversation, slowly, little by little, you get to know the person. And when it comes to school things, of course, we've all done it, like we've all been there. When I was assignment, assignment just lecture over, so let's say, you've just Googled the question, and then I was like that exact assignment, and then you like get to just copy and then just paraphrase and all that. Komano, it's what I'm saying, but it has this, you need to be responsible in how you use it. I think it was designed to make life easier, first of all. Komano, if you just go there and just to find certain information and then you sit down and think, I've said something.
Responsible. It's responsible. How do you expect somebody to know? There's an easy way. There's an easy way of doing this. They are going to ignore the easy way and go with the hard way. How will anybody do that?
And the problem with technology is so addictive. You become addictive.
Responsibility,
because technology, technology would technology. They would anapanga research. Then they find advantages and that's why anachikaskiza kuti chisipangidwa pray. Komano ofuto makaba ifanthu amene timagwisa ntchito. Ndi amene timapanga misuse that thing. Komano ukamba pa technology ndi chinthu chabwino kwambiri. And we are here, we are discussing here, and we are distributing information from Malawi.
Viewers are watching
yeah. So maybe mongagati kwa anzanga mene amalagusa marigin ka gusidoga nchiro ga technology. Maybe they should change their mind.
Technology.
Technology it made things easier. So it also makes wrongdoing easier.
Yes.
You see? That's what I'm pointing at.
Yes.
It made pretty much everything easier, including Zodiak. They're much easier to do now.
But also, the problem is we are not taught how to use these technologies. In a I have got a phone hidden from my parents.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're hiding phones in their bedrooms. They're having groups. They're even using parents' phones to do that. Or even when it's on charge, I'm going to WhatsApp. When I say we're sitting room, am I using a wrong charge or what? Someone has been having it. When you find her in the room, she's there again. They consider we're not responsible. Maybe parents are not checking on their kids, or maybe parents should do enough on checking on them. They should know what they're doing because the knowledge. And where you don't have the phones or the fancy light, and it's hard to get. And it's just sugar that and you can still go to technology. And my technology because we are knowing things that maybe are not meant for us. Kapena does it on sanga, kapena like responsibility we are not doing it right. So you can see what I'm still need this technology. Yes, it's good. As fast as we can. I'm still need it's doing us more bad. We had life before. We had life.
Yeah, we did. But then, like, imagine a life without technology right now?
It would be difficult.
It would be very
If you
difficult.
even imagine it in the first place. Fine. Maybe. But we need to color majani. But we need to color measures that we can use in order to make sure that we have a responsibility. Maybe that's what we should dive into when we return from the break. You're watching a peer chat right here on Times Television. Technology. How is it affecting the lives of young people? Achinyamata kudzira wanji ndi chitukuko chimene chinadza pa dziko lapansi pano.
Welcome back to Peer Chat. Remember, lelo tukambira naza technology. So if you're just joining us, before the break we had a should I call it an intense argument about whether technology is doing us more harm than good. But I love how Elita described technology in Chichewa. She said chitukuko. And yet she spent like minutes arguing against it. It's a good thing. But now I would like to draw more on the measures that like in terms of Zimedimagamba responsibility when it comes to using technology.
Yeah.
What measures can we have? We should be responsible as young people when using technology.
First of all, I think every advancement should come with a check. I don't know how to explain this. What did you just for instance, I think tinagamba poza plagiarism and our school uba my assignment from the internet gahuti ungotenga kwina kwake basa uphome kameva nje so paraphrase I don't want to get clever. There's a plagiarism check. There is an app that uta ugulitsa ntchito nkudziwa zokuti awatwaba ichi alemba ichi apa sikuti alemba ndiwoyi walemba ndiwina. I feel like if every advancement, if every technological advancement came with such a provision, then perhaps it would bring sanity to this whole chitukuko as we're calling it.
Definitely. I also feel like when it comes to technology, it's also about Baweka. You also need to be advanced in terms of technology because it seems as if it's just about the knowledge. Like I didn't know there was the plagiarism check application. So if I'm a lecturer, obviously I'm not going to use it. And plus my phones are too. We have like Paliti Majan. Some phones are currently like they give you a check. You're spending too much time on the phone. Like it warns you. You've been using the phone a lot.
Too much screen time.
Yeah, too much screen time. So I just feel like it's more about Baweka. If you get to understand technology, then you get to use it better. I don't know if I'm right to say that.
Okay. Zofunika kuti pakali di measures but maybe they can help us but we should use it properly.
Yeah.
With technology. Kuna ndio technology ndio bwana. Leo ndakumbuka nyingine yake. There's a issue of cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cartoons are in English language.
Yes.
So those children go to school, they get rest by nyumba. Ndio amapanga uchi cartoons. Then princess through that cartoons. Yeah. So it's like there's need of kupanga implement my measures what we should use it properly. Kuti tisawawe ku negative side.
You make a good point. Because I'm sitting and thinking. I think a lot of the knowledge that I have has come from basically technology. For instance, Nkhani ngakhale yoyankhula kaya chizungu. So what did I consider was Nachiphunzira. Makatoni. So fine, I'll agree with that one. Okay. I'll agree. And okay, I've also thought of the issue that Yamabu. You know how my books, they're really ngati watu kunoko ku Malawi mabuku ndodula right komano timakhalira kulimbikitsa achinyamata aziwerenga chani you know but now pali ma application mafoni amene they offer books at either for free or at a very affordable price
like $1
yeah.
Sometimes even less
amakhala zo cheap ndithu so maybe to that extent technology could be considered to be, you know, doing us a lot of good, but you know, honey, okay, I'll say this. And hamina nabanga ma creations ngaramene obolesa ma app ngarama buku. Right? My apps, yeah, basically those good stuff, like maybe creating some educational material for children on the TV. Yeah. You know, Zodiak, that's good. But now let's look at.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Let's now look at Antoameneno who bring the bad developments.
Yeah.
So just like this. I was looking on the checks. You said these app developers have to do with checks and what?
Yes.
Facebook, for example.
Yeah.
You have to be 18. The age limit is 18.
Yeah.
But you know that 10-year-old children are on Facebook.
Yeah.
Who does
also,
how
I
do
feel
they
like
check
they don't even care. I feel like they don't care.
They don't care. You're right. It's Zaka Zawa in 1950. Yeah. 101 years celebrating 101. Yet I'm not that.
Yeah.
Where is the check? What in this thing on my name? Just to match what they want.
Yeah. I remember when I was joining Facebook, I was like, I think I was 14, if not even 13.
I'm not even a second.
Because now we're not in 1960.
You just have to write anything. How do
yeah.
they check with the email in 19? So these checks are not enough. These checks are not enough unless even in the porn sites, you have to be 18. You put as many as also.
That's what I was going to say.
They don't even ask for any ID.
There's no ID. There's no one that can check to verify that you indeed that.
That's what I was going to say. The way in so many makambas,
where is the check?
Because technology has made things easy. It's made even the bad things easy. Yeah. For instance, you find children who have access to pornography.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have access to that because it's become easy. Nobody. There is no way of knowing. Access is easy.
I loved that.
It's a 12-year-old.
Until COVID,
yeah.
There's a program, some at school, they should access the education on the internet online or something.
Yes.
So schools had to register with TNM or Airtel.
Yes.
So you had to put a number. You couldn't buy that bundle if you're not a student. That's what we're saying, checking. Because the numbers were registered.
Yeah.
So the checking should be enough, like what they did. You couldn't say, okay, I'm coming from Bambino because you have seen that Bambino is on the list. But your number is not at Bambino school,
yes.
so you won't be able to access that bundle. Yeah? You bought the bundle, it's not working because you're not online
with the school.
With the school,
yeah.
So that's what we're talking about, checking. Not good, you should be 18 and above. I will just write my age. So,
come on, how easy can this be now? I'm thinking, that's the way to go. That's probably the recommendable way to go. We should get those checks in almost every site. For instance, in Facebook or there should be a way of ensuring that Facebook is somebody who is 18 or above. Yeah. So how can that be done?
Okay. Nowadays, single food will be.
Okay.
Yeah. Because nowadays, when I signed my national ID, through my national ID, there's very simple. I remember by the time I'm calling my national ID, even now I'm all in base.
And then there's my certificates, my birth certificates, more like from 16 and below, right? Yeah.
So it means my information I'm being in terms of date of birth, alipo. Nowadays, muntu wakula SIM card umapanga so
Register, yes.
Yeah, you use your own ID.
Yeah.
It's simple kuti muntu upange check kuti uyu ali under kapena ali above that age.
Now that brings also another negative point.
Yes.
Security, Tobano. It'll put you at risk.
Yeah.
Because I personally would not want Facebook to have my national identity card details.
Yes.
Because I don't think that's
It's
safe.
like, yeah.
Maybe
I
I'm being
understand
paranoid.
that. No. I understand. I understand your point. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like now you're giving them your everything.
Yes.
You know, like not saying good kubanga, koma atafuna kubanga chinaicho so they can. If you get what I mean, because it's like you've given them everything about you. But then to go back to your earlier question, I feel like the thing about technology, it is like it evolves. You know. So it's like one person, I don't know who created it, it's like a bunch of people have created it, which is Siaba. Then from that, and when I saw improve, I mean, there was technology before Facebook.
Yeah.
There was technology, I mean, in the sense of what we could do my phone calls, but then some genius from Harvard decided, Mr. Facebook, and they should be connected.
Yeah.
So now he has brought in like an addition to the family. So eventually, I feel like, because my issues are security. I mean, as you've put it, I mean, like the government and the network providers.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody out. So I just feel like eventually, like, my security issues are better. Because even Kunja also, they're also going through the same. Like in terms of football these days, I mean, Mabanga follow football.
Yeah.
There's been like a lot of there's been a lot of people, a lot of footballers complaining about being racially abused through social media.
Yes.
So eventually, now, so especially now, I love that. Not to support the racists, like I love that Azungu also they are being affected by this.
Yes.
Because if they are being affected by it, then eventually, there would be security issues on social media. So I feel like it will keep evolving.
Well, in a way, in terms of that whole maybe dealing with racial abuse and other forms of, say, cyberbullying, I'll give it to them. People are trying. Not people, but maybe companies or corporations or whatever, they are trying in order to curb as many as also. But in there, I'm looking at the fact that these things are there in the first place because of the existence of the platforms.
You're not going to give in on this. But also, like in terms of the law issues, like I understand that Kunjawa when they're trying. Is it working? Like have they found a way of regulating the technology and social media. Maga, which I think is something that we need to look at after the break. I remember you're watching Times Peer Chat, and today Rugambia and Nkhani technology. So stay there as we draw in more into my issues of cyber law in Malawi. Welcome back to Peer Chat. Remember, Leroli Rugambia and Nkhani technology, and joining us today, as usual. Joining me as usual is Elita Soko and our guest Mongo Wumbusana,
Trial
and Loveness. Yes. Now we'd like to draw more into the issue of cyber law. Malawi recently, especially on Twitter. I feel like the situation is also just as bad on Facebook. I think on social media basically, because WhatsApp also my issues are cyber law. Do we even understand cyber law? First of all, did Amabanga join any social media platform?
There is a small part in terms of conditions, privacy and security. And you're
we don't even read that.
You're told to read and accept.
We just scroll down.
Accept.
I agree.
Do we know what we're agreeing to?
Yeah. I've also heard like apart from the cyber laws, I've also heard that like these social media platforms like my rules out.
Yes.
That let's say on Instagram, I heard that if you post anything, but that content belongs to Instagram.
Yeah.
Unless we not deleted.
Like this whole like copyright type of stuff.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
Anyone can then use the picture however they want, but on the platform.
Okay.
You get what I mean, yeah?
So you
post your picture, but
you heard that, you didn't read it.
yeah, I heard it from someone who read it.
Now you see. So how many of us have ever read?
That's besides the point.
Even when it's a new phone, you just agree. You should open with the start using it.
Yeah. So, which just goes to show we do not actually understand the platforms that we're using. And then now looking at the Malawian situation, I think, because like they keep reminding us about these laws. Though I don't know about the implementation. Yeah, that's the thing.
They remind us when there's a scandal, and someone took an effort to report the scandal because our images are being damaged on the Facebook, on the other platforms. We don't report. But when someone has reported, the matter comes in. This is bad.
A statement.
Reactive as opposed to being proactive.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do we know about laws on cyber security and all that?
Yeah.
Do we know anything?
I know about cyberbullying.
Okay.
But you're not supposed to. I mean, social media wasn't designed for umanyoza and things like that. Which, although I heard something very ironic that says that cyberbullying should not exist. Basically, saying by social media, because all you can do is just log out. I know it's not that easy. Imagine.
Logged out?
Yeah.
The screenshots from the page, they come to your inbox.
They'll find you.
Leave WhatsApp.
Leave WhatsApp
for a week or something.
These things don't die down.
Yeah.
Come on, with all these things you're raising, just point to the fact that technology is doing us a lot of harm.
Okay, now I cannot argue with the technology is doing harm. Not a lot of it. It's doing a lot of harm, but I can't say it's doing more harm than good. Yeah. I feel like
so the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah, I feel like it does.
Trevor.
Yes.
What could happen?
Why am I even hoping? Yeah.
Okay. Technology many ngati kwa mayouth of course ndizovuta kuti pakhale ngati security chifukwa even in class izo ndimphunzitsa kuphunzitsa then uli pa WhatsApp ukapanga so download chinthu chosakhala muna like for example pornography komano zimene zoti chifukwa cha ife amene timagwisa ntchito amene ndimapangisa zoti technology ikhale ndima harmambitious
kuibisa mbili ya technology.
Yeah.
So you guys are trying to conclude that technology is evil even then.
Yeah. In the other side.
I feel like it. I mean, if a person is using technology to, let's say, to
yes,
they should come through and whatnot, it's that person who is the bad person.
Yeah.
That's like arguing, are guns good or bad? When guns are being used by people to kill people.
So are guns good or bad? This station. Okay, I get it. I get this whole and to have to use things. Have to be responsible in how they use technology and all that. There are a lot of issues. As many as it is so evil, and we say, people just have to be responsible. Take alcohol abuse, for instance. Can somebody say alcohol no? Who also say fine, alcohol, drugs. Let's talk about drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs like say jamba, because jamba is a drug, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about cocaine or whatever. Is it bad or is it good or even that? Again.
I would still argue with like in terms of drugs, it depends on what kind of drug it is. Because you get a drug. I mean, it needs to
Not
be.
medical drugs. We're talking
Yeah,
about
okay.
recreational
Like, you know, drugs, like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly what I meant by it depends on the drug. These days, you'd be surprised, really, like, there are drugs like promethazine, drug can I blue, can I but okay, not most of the drugs I mean, like taking a lot of them, you can get high.
Yeah.
Like, you can be, right? You have the experience, eh? But yeah, basically.
Racing.
Okay, ndibanga relate in the Facebook. Let's take Facebook as a drug.
Yeah.
You're using it for medical purposes. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, imagine.
Yeah, like imagine it. Could like you're using it as a way to just deal with. I mean, to just clear your head. I mean, because sometimes someone might just go, you know, like WhatsApp, na status just to clear your head.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you are doing that, and then in it's a WhatsApp like it's the same drug that that's being used in different ways.
On the same technology, have you seen now my cases za suicide akuchuluka?
Yeah.
Technology. Ndabira kunyanja ndi champula kaya having hand my money za ululuika, you feel like the whole world now is on me. Ndangotuluka aworaja watu. Ndikangopita ku church, we even stop going to church. I don't want to face the society. What else?
Yeah.
Kaburi, you don't talk to people, you don't give out your issues. Basir, think of what and you take the issues. I mean, has mangria technology.
Komano ndizo mwanzo zimende kunena zote because of our misusing of that thing.
No, that's not a phone or guys. You had fun as Mumvan. It's not even the boyfriend looking it. Komano. It has just gone viral, whatever. Your friends,
let's even go to the genesis of things before they even go viral. Kale. I mean, fine, maybe we'd hear of people taking pictures, nudes, for instance.
Yeah.
Komabare, kale moja, kuli photographer.
Yeah,
it still wasn't as common.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
When I'm pointing at
that's
what I'm pointing.
and they didn't have the right to copyright it.
What I'm driving at is this. So, because of that thinking, no, you know? Not a lot of people were doing it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Whereas with our phones, I know I can take a picture whenever.
Yeah.
I don't even have to worry about it. You know? So, oh gosh, we're not pictures. Mango jumbo.
I feel like we need to understand that social media or technology is real life now.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I feel that when I'm nowadays, it's just WhatsApp, it's just Facebook journey. I feel like that's real life because whatever is happening on those platforms, I mean, we spend the whole day talking about social media in now real life.
Real life.
Yeah, so I just feel like we need to leave it as leave it as an LIVE, as in it's the same. It's life basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
It's
yeah, we are all discussing the same thing. It's so many
Billboard.
yeah, billboard. Mpaka na the whole usiku wonse ita mama.
And that's another point. I don't know what it's driving to our lives.
Ndauta siasa kupanga so focus ndipo umangoti kaweka status yote chani wina kuza ndi billboard ukaipange pop. Bas, usiano,
That's
being you.
Are we being productive? Maybe as we wind up, let's look at it this way. Kuti tukamba za pros and cons of technology. When we look at before technology, after technology, which generation is more productive?
Definitely the generation which is moving in new technology.
Productivity?
Yeah.
We're getting more things done.
Are you?
Yeah.
Getting things done fast.
Yeah.
Getting things done fast. That's more
And
things
for us,
done.
even like
Yeah,
by
I
technology.
remember at first on a society things zimapezeka ngati is simple kuti zipezeke.
Yes.
Yeah, because of technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it means this generation is more productive.
Any day you're a journalist. Imagine what we court. Then ufuna ulembe Nkhani, right? So before this generation, this Google generation,
Yeah.
pali law in Nigeria, you need to include it in your story.
Yes.
Back then, I assume you needed to go and read what does the Constitution of Malawi say about Chakwera. But these days, you can just Google Malawi Constitution, let's say defilement. Then you will say specifically Nkhani defilement for Malawi Constitution.
I'll counter that. I'll counter it. Because Galelo, you knew what you have to have this knowledge. You read it beforehand. You will know what you know. Whereas now you know what
I have Google.
I have Google. You don't bother learning things anymore. You know what Google will think for you.
I'll give you that one. I'll give it to you.
You know, I think we look at technology. You know what I think is we look at technology from a narrow perspective, so to speak.
Yeah.
We look at it as for instance, information is much easier to find, or faster, quicker. We find it much quicker. Because of that, it's now making us lazy. I think you love this. You put it very nicely. We're lazy because we know we'll find things at the snap of our fingers. You know.
Yeah.
Whereas Antugale had to learn things, had to know things, and not just obtain information, use it at this particular moment, and then you discard it. It's over. You know. Technology.
I think she called it. I mean, she called it, but Menomampanga correct him about it's making us do things faster.
Okay.
I feel like that. Yes, it's indeed making us more lazy, maybe. Okay, it is. Kona, it's helping us to get things done.
Yeah.
In a fast way.
In the first way, yeah.
Well, closing remarks. So let's conclude this. It's a discussion that we can have forever. So let's hear from Tribal. What's your conclusion from this whole point? Technology is there. It's amongst us.
Yeah.
What needs to happen?
Okay. Technology body. We need to follow the measures, the best measures. Could is interesting. Obviously, in Chitomodai. Mahamwambili TJPS tipange reduce mahamwambili concerning about technology. Then of course it's difficult to kumpangisa muntu kuti asinthe chintu chimene iye amakonda. Komano on your own you can try to practice doing that thing to change your mind. Yeah. Of course technology never ngati technology never yeah, because nowadays even ndokumbuka mbuyo if ngati mwina school question akuvuta ndekuti need to find muntu wina wake kuti akuthandize vuto imene. Komano nowadays you just go umaweza mfunito okay. Yeah. Technology timagwisa ntchito Malawi komano mwakamba kusoza zoti pena pake mnakamba kusoza zina zake komano sina pange ko comment. Ndeno comment ndene
Brilliant.
Yeah. Technology it helps us with the kind of wide information.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, muntu kuti sana vangiza zokusana ndi health komano hiyo shika ni Google health information and awake then muntu kuziwa kuti okay ineyo ndikazoti ndapezeka ndi symptoms awa ndi kuti vuto ndi because of cooking. Yeah. Yeah. You know it's like ndichintu kuti ifeyo tichitenge bwino kuti tichigwise ntchito moyenerera kuti everything should move possible.
Fair enough, fair enough. You wouldn't tell me that. They're not with us. Love this.
Yeah. In there, I feel like I should also talk about this thing. Technology, let us use it wisely. Let us use it wisely. Let us not harm other people. Let us not abuse it. I've seen what technology is separating us than bringing us close. We are close to people who are far away from us, not close to people who are close to us. I'm with my phone, you're with your phone. You're not with me. Still remote. Physically we are, but we're not connected.
You've just reminded me of a meme. And another zunguli gogo. Like and yet everybody is busy. Is on the phone and gogo.
Even in Passimo, you be talking you start with the politics, and Passimo, Panobo, everyone just sits here, just this. Mpakano, you want a stage, you cannot even ask you who was because you're not even communicating. So let technology not separate us, let it bring us close, let us use it wisely. Yeah, but I still say it's doing us more harm. Let me come back one day and say it's doing us more good. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm still on the side, technology, but then, I mean, technology doing us, having more benefits than the negatives. But then I have to agree with what she's saying, we need to use it wisely. Because it's quite ironic that until you're together, but then you'd rather communicate with Montuin or Komano, and yet you have people around you. So I have to draw more on the issue, responsibility, because I feel like that's where we're getting it wrong. I mean, technology, it's a scary thing as well, because it's something that is evolving every day, We don't know where things are going to be in like 5 years. We might have robots and things like that, like some robots and as people, exactly. Come on, I feel like we need to be responsible when using technology, when using social media, when using TVs even. Like the fact that things are now easier, I mean, things have been made easier, doesn't mean we should just rely on TV. I mean, if we want entertainment, you can watch TV, but then you can also read a book. You can be on the phone, but then you can also meet people and talk to people. That I know.
I think pretty much I think the major point to communicate right now is responsibility. We need to be responsible for everything that we do, including how we use technology. Technology is there to make our lives easy, yes. But we also need to know how to ensure that it doesn't harm us, because even we're harming other people if they also were putting ourselves in a position where we could possibly be harmed. For instance, in instances where you break cyber laws, there is a possibility of you being prosecuted. That's a harm for you. So, today get a bomba. Let me say thank you so much to Loveness and Trial for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching and for following us. If you're watching on Facebook, that's probably on Times 360. Do get in touch with us on Times Peer Chat right there on Facebook, or on Twitter at Times Peer Chat, or you can get in touch with either me or Gary Samati or Edita Soko. And also, let me say many thanks to Nigeria Youth Organization and Blantyre City Football Club, who we are in partnership with and who are assisting us in our day-to-day operations. And of course, last but not least, many thanks to Francis Namondo.
I was waiting for that.
Francis Namondo, who is there behind the camera that you're watching over there. He's there making sure that you do get nothing but the best of Peer Chat. That's it. I'm Edita Soko and my colleague is
Gary Samat.
Until next time, goodbye.
Onerani programu ya Amaya Nzanga pa Times Television TTV pomwe George Misinde azijeza ndi kumvana Mulumbe, legal manager wa Warwick. Mu programu iyi kumvana adzikhala akutambasula za maufulu a amayi ndi momwe mungadzitetezere mukaphwanyiridwa ufulu wanu. Amaya Nzanga pa Times Television lachiwiri lililonse nthawi ya 8:30 madzulo.
It's about time. pamene wena amati kanthu nkhama, wena amati mwayi suponya mwini. Peza ni mphoto za Nkhani mu mpikisano wa changu pamalo promotion ndi Times Radio komanso Times TV. Tumizani message yolemba changu ku 1895 kuti mukhale ni mwayi owina mphoto zosiyanasiyana kuphatikizapo Mazda Demio. Mpikisanowu ulipo mpaka na pa 30 June chaka cha 2021. Tumizani ma message ochuluka kuti mwayi wanu uchulukenso. Ndondomeko zonse zoyendesera mpikisanowu zizatsatidwa.
You can get the latest news happening around you right on your mobile phone by subscribing to 1895. On Airtel, for English news, send Times to 1895. For Chichewa news, send Time to 1895. For TNM, send the word Times to 1895 for both Chichewa and English news. Stay updated with current affairs with Times. Terms and conditions apply.
It's about time. Sound check.
Oh mama, 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 oh yo. Oh mama, bazu, yeah. Moshureka titabela so mama ne. Hatoti manye jamani mwe bazu. Ukonde dondalama nanga ulibanjie. Ukonde dwamani nanga ulibanjie. Chikoni chako ndalama chimani ndabwita pena. Ndalama lavu yako imani ndabwita. Ukabwera sukalita woyo woyo. Ukabwera sulimba ntumba woyo woyo. Ukugwirira ntchito kwa chaka ukononga masekanzi. Ukugwirira ntchito kwa miezi nkuzakononga maminiti. Unabadwa banji mane unakala banji. Unabadwa banji mane unakala banji. Koma nthawi ya mapwando ndalama ye. Tende usamaso imane ndalama ye. Kulima school fees ndalama ye. Tende usamaso imane ndalama. Nthawi ya corona ndalama ye. Tende usamaso ikash ndalama ye. Nthawi ya mazunzo ndalama ye. Tende usamaso imane ndalama. Utimva kwa chisoni ndalama. Wayo meneta kusunzikila kukusaka muja. Wayo nanga manyi sukalita. Wayo uli mabiru tilipile ndalama. Wayo ukabwera sulimba ntumba mawawulira ni batumba ufuna kumanga nyumba amama feteleza woyo. Mulungu atifewetele kupesa kwa ndalama. Kushika pesa ya mbili ina kumasunga kwa woyo. Mulungu atipunzite kusunga kwa ndalama. Utawi ya maluzi tisakwite nchito. Tawi ya mapwando ndalama ye. Twende usa masoi ayo ndalama. Kulima MG2 ndalama ye. Twende usa masoi wayo wayo. Kulima fuelo mabilu ndalama. Twende usa masoi mama wayo. Kulimoshu alright ndalama wo mama alright wayo.
Sound check.
Sometimes
stating the obvious
is your only choice.
Times Television.
Times Television.
Times Television is Miss Malawi
Television Station of the Year.
6 years.
6 years.
6 years in a row. And we salute all our viewers
as well as advertisers
for the unwavering support.
And we ignore all unnecessary noise
to give you best value
for your money and time.
We rule.
We rule.
We rule the media kingdom in Malawi.
Onerani programu ya Amaya Nzanga pa Times Television TTV pomwe George Misinde azijeza ndi kumvana Mulumbe legal manager wa Warek. Mu programu iyi kumvana azikhala akutambasula za maufulu a amayi ndi momwe mungadzitetezere mukaphwanyiridwa ufulu wanu. Amaya Nzanga pa Times Television lachipitali lililonse nthawi ya 8:30 madzulo.
It's about time.
Pamene wena amati kanthu nkhama, wena amati mwayi suponya mwini. Peza ni mphoto za Nkhani mu mpikisano wa changu pamalo promotion ndi Times Radio komanso Times TV. Tumizani message yolemba changu ku 1895 kuti mukhale ni mwayi owina mphoto zosiyanasiyana kuphatikizapo Mazda Demio. Mpikisanowu ulipo mpaka na pa 30 June chaka cha 2021. Tumizani ma message ochuluka kuti mwayi wanu uchulukenso. Ndondomeko zonse zoyendesera mpikisanowu zidzatsatidwa.